With graduation season just a month away, thousands of seniors are preparing to trade their caps and gowns for the next big challenge. If you're one of those students or maybe a professional looking to make a pivot, listen up, because we're going to share some information that might help you make that big decision. U.S. News & World Report just published their list of this year's best graduate schools. So joining us now to break down the winners is LaMont Jones, Managing Editor of Education at U.S. News. Thank you so much for being here.
Good morning. It's great to be here.
Good morning. So this is a big decision for people. I mean, it's a financial one, considering the economy. Some people may have to take out loans in order to do this. What are the factors that go into deciding if this is the right thing for you?
Well, we know that it's a major decision, a graduate school education, and there are a lot of things that students should consider. What we do is we have methodologies that are different for each academic discipline because the fields are different. But some of the common factors that go into the rankings are academic excellence of a school, research excellence, quality of faculty, outcomes for students. Are they able to get a job in the field where they studied at a salary that makes the return on investment a good one?
I mean, that was what I was thinking of. And I went to business school. And in this economy, I've had the business school reaching out, being like, hey, do you have jobs in your field for folks that are graduating? When I was younger, you know, AI wasn't a thing. And so there was the traditional sort of areas that were popular. What are the most popular graduate schools, types of schools now?
Well, the MBA business schools, that's hugely popular. Of course, law school remains popular, medical school, education degrees, nursing. There's a shortage, and there's going to be an even bigger shortage in the future of nurses and doctors, so those fields are still big. Computer science, internet technology. There are a number of fields that are very, very hot right now.
All right, let's talk about Kelly's wheelhouse, business schools. Who made the cut?
Yes, we have Stanford at #1. And the reason Stanford ranked #1 for full-time MBAs, mainly on the strength of their outcomes for their graduates. The salaries and bonuses those graduates get are exemplary.
Did you curse? You have to explain that.
I said, damn, I wasn't #1. I was #4, or tied for #4. You know, it's kind of interesting, right? Because it also really depends on what you're going into, right? Stanford, it's a lot of tech focus. That wasn't the area that I was thinking. Is that sort of also how you're thinking about it?
Well, when we look at, again, what the schools are doing, the quality of the program is important. At graduate level, whether it's master's or doctorate, the research that a school does. But for a business school, particularly the curriculum, the courses, the academics, and again, for each of the different academic areas, the methodology is a little bit different because, you know, law school is an apple and business school is an orange, so you really can't compare them.
True.
But outcomes, our rankings are very, very much based on outcomes because that's what students care about most when they pay that money, the quality of the education and outcomes.
Yeah, is it going to help me get a job? You mentioned nursing. We know there's a huge shortage. Some hospitals are recruiting high schoolers. Who made the cut for nursing schools? Emory
University in Georgia achieved the #1 spot for the master's in nursing, and that's for two primary reasons. They were strong in every area, like almost the top are pretty strong in every area, but they stood out because all of their faculty are practicing nurses, and all of their full-time faculty have a doctorate. That's extremely rare.
And I'm looking tuition and fees, you know, I mean, it's a real $22.30 per credit. And you think about the fact that there are so many jobs in healthcare coming out. That does feel like if I had a child right now, I might be saying, hey, let's go in that direction because it might be a good investment. What questions should students be asking themselves as they're looking at graduate schools, evaluating what's right for them?
That's a great question. There are a number of things because it's so highly individual. Know what your why is, what your goals are. But you should look at #1, look at cost and not the sticker price because almost nobody pays the sticker price. There's all sorts of aid out there. We have a scholarship tool free on our website, Scholarship Finder, more than 9,000 scholarships, search and filter. But the money's out there. There are grants, there are scholarships. Also consider, of course, the academics of a school, what the courses are, the faculty teaching it, their experience, their skill level, their research. Look at the outcomes, of course, graduation rate. Look at the reputation of the school because what their peers in the field think of them is important and it says something.
What would you like to leave us with?
It's a major decision. It's so important. The cost, the outcomes, what you want to achieve. Some want to switch careers. Some want to climb the ladder where they are. But what you want to make sure that you do is do your research. That's why all the rankings, related advice content, we have so much free content on usnews.com. There's no paywall, just register for a second, it's real quick. All this information is like in one place to help make one of the most important decisions of your life and one of the most expensive.
Yeah, one of the most expensive. And I like what you say, be honest about your goals. I think that self-reflection versus what someone else thinks is important is very key. LaMont Jones, thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure.